In today's video, we're taking a look at 5 equipment in Commander that I think are amazing, and they're all going to be under $1. So if you're a burgeoning budget builder, this is the video for you. As always, this video is brought to you by the EDH Jank Center, your home for everything Commander and everything Jank, and I'm your host, Jordan. Now let's dive in. Our first card up today is Bloodthirsty Blade, 2 colorless mana artifact equipment from the Murders at Karlov Manor precons. It has equipped creature gets +2/+0 and is goaded, which means it attacks each combat if able and attacks a player other than you if able, and you can pay 1 colorless mana. Attach Bloodthirsty Blade to target creature an opponent controls, activated only as a sorcery. Those who have been watching the channel know that I absolutely adore forced combat as a strategy, and so yeah, I had to talk about one of the quintessential cards here. And while this is great in goading decks, I want to highlight the fact that throwing a little bit of goading into your deck, even if it's not the main focus, is still something to consider. Directing aggression in the form of a scary creature away from you can be invaluable while you set up other things on your board. This is happening while also decreasing opponents' life totals / forcing them to block with their creatures. It's a win-win. Also, something to note is that you still control Bloodthirsty Blade while it's equipped to an opponent's creature, so you can move it at any time you could cast a sorcery, and the equipped creature's controller can't touch that activated ability. Meaning if another creature becomes a scarier threat throughout the game, you can switch this blade onto that creature. It's so good! Alright, moving on to Basalis Collar. It is 1 colorless mana artifact equipment. This one is from the Fallout decks. It says equipped creature has Death Touch and Lifelink, and the equip cost is 2. Now, at the time of making and recording this video, this card was under $1, and while I hope it stays that way, it probably won't because it's just that good. Listen, giving a creature Death Touch and Lifelink for 3 mana total is just so very schmackin'. My point in including this is that generally when this gets reprinted, it goes down in price and slowly climbs to where the others are. So keep your eyes peeled for when this card gets printed again and go snag it when it's a good budget pick. Okay, let's mosey on over to Blade of the Blood Chief, 1 colorless mana artifact equipment. This one's from the Lost Caverns of Ixalan Commander decks. Whenever a creature dies, put a +1/+1 counter on equipped creature. If equipped creature is a vampire, put 2 +1/+1 counters on it instead, and its equip cost is 1. Pretty simple tech here, kiddos. Creatures will always be dying in Magic the Gathering, and this will buff up a creature of yours immensely over the course of a game. And then obviously if you're running vampires or even changelings, it becomes an even beefier boy. This was recently reprinted in the Lost Caverns of Ixalan precons, and now it is below $1. Go snag this while that is still true. Moving on over to Cloudsteel Kirin. This is 2 and a white artifact creature equipment Kirin from Neon Dynasty Kamigawa. It has flying. Equipped creature has flying, and you can't lose the game, and your opponents can't win the game. And it has a reconfigure cost of 5, so you can pay 5, attach to target creature you control, or unattach from a creature. Reconfigure only as a sorcery. While attached, this isn't a creature, and it's a 3/2. Ever since Neon Dynasty was spoiled, I thought these equipment creatures were just so cool, dude. Kirin has an amazing effect here, but this specific type of card at large is really cool, and they serve as both a creature body if you need it, or an equipment if you need it. Utility and versatility will never be a bad thing in my opinion, especially when you're building on a budget. It's like if a store is offering you a bag of Ruffles and a bundle of bananas for the price of 1 bundle of bananas. Obviously, you're gonna buy that because that's just great value. And if you've got, say, only $50 to do your groceries, getting 2 items for the price of 1 is going to help maximize your budget and leave a ton of room for other delicious cards. I mean food. I mean cards. Okay, that's enough of the grocery metaphor. Let's move on to our last card of the day, folks, which is Gavel of the Righteous, 2 colorless mana artifact equipment. This one's from the new Capenna Commander precons. At the beginning of combat on your turn, put a charge counter on Gavel of the Righteous. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 for each counter on Gavel of the Righteous. As long as Gavel of the Righteous has 4 or more counters on it, equipped creature has double strike. The equip cost is you can pay 3 generic mana or remove a counter from Gavel of the Righteous. New Capenna is just the best set ever. I mean, this is a budget equipment that scales up as you use it. It has a relatively cheap equip cost, and it gives a power buff plus a formidable keyword ability. Really dig this card for Voltron strats, especially something like Baloth that rewards you for the creature's power growing throughout the game. Add in the counter synergies, and ooh baby, this is one of my favorite equipment for budget building. And that's about it for this list, guys. If you dug this kind of content, let me know what other card types I should cover for future videos. Did I miss any of your favorite equipment? Let's have a chat down down in the comments. And hey, listen, if you'd like to get extra entries in our monthly Discord giveaways, win prizes in our monthly deck building contests, and play spell table games with me and my co-host Cress every month, check out our Patreon in the description below. We've got lots of awesome ways to support. And if you want to snag a Paramint Designs playmat through our affiliate link, check that out in the description below as well. If you use our link, you get 30% off your purchase, which I don't know about you, I think is a pretty good deal. And for those who may not have the funds but still want to be part of the community, you can always hop in our Discord completely for free and join our wonderful community of jank lovers. Another free way to support us is by liking and subscribing to the channel, following us on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at EDH Jank Center, and that's about it. Alright guys, I'm out, and I'll see you on the next video.